Hey, what's up guys? It's Marf and welcome back to another Asphalt 9 video. Sorry, today is going to be a bit of a shorter one. I've been super busy this week, and but I wanted to talk about the Ferrari F40 and a bit about, the Drive Syndicate and this season in general. So yeah, this gameplay you're seeing here is from the Max Trial season, or series I guess, for the Ferrari F40. Right now it's going on for the 599XX Evo, so go ahead and check that out if you get a chance. Always take advantage of these free trial series. They're very fun to play, and obviously you get to try out some cool cars. But yeah, the Ferrari F40, obviously one of the most legendary supercars ever, alongside with the the 959, not the 599, but the Porsche 959. It is considered to be one of the supercars that led to the modern supercar, I guess, is what you would call it. And yeah, I think a lot of people were hoping that this car would be a king of its class, and much of the same thing with the other Ferraris that are, added in this update. But unfortunately, that's just not the case with most of the Ferraris, I think. But yeah, so here we are, and unfortunately, that's just how it is. And during the car hunt, I managed to get 2 stars for this car. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to get any more than that. But I will say, if you have this car at 3 or 4 stars, because I believe it is a 5-star car, and you don't have another C-Class King, then I definitely advise that you star it up, because having a good C-Class car is really important, especially for multiplayer and some of the events. Now, if you have the Airborne or the Vencer or something like that at max, then I wouldn't advise you spend tokens on this car. Even if it is super legendary whatnot, the stats just really aren't like super amazing. They're definitely good all around, but it's not a king, and yeah, it's just a bit unfortunate. Its top speed is 220, which is respectable. Its handling is 69, nice, which is okay. It's pretty good. And its nitro is 63, which is in the middle, I guess, of what would be good and bad. But it's the acceleration at 72. It's not terrible, but it's definitely not good. When you have a car that has good acceleration, you tend to see it more up near 80. So it's unfortunate that this car just doesn't have that good of an acceleration statistic. But yeah, so that's just how it is. A pretty good C-Class car, but yeah, don't spend tokens on it if you already have something like the Airborne or the Vencer or one of the other Legend Pass cars. But yeah, so that is the Ferrari F40, and so let's move on to talking a bit about the season pass, or not the season pass, but the season itself, and a bit about the Drive Syndicate that is coming in the next season, supposedly. So yeah, I was watching FERRARI stream a bit while I was doing some work and stuff, and he mentioned something really interesting, and that's that some good advice is to have only a couple of cars, or try to get a couple of cars at really high ranks, at high star counts, and that's better than getting a bunch of cars at really low star counts. It's definitely a better way to go about doing things in this game, in my opinion, and he put it in such a good way. I've been trying to tell people this before, but I couldn't really say it in a cohesive manner because I'm all over the place all the time. But that's a good piece of advice, and I definitely echo that. It's more important to have some cars that are at much higher star counts than it is to have a bunch of them at lower star counts, especially for the Elite series. I guess for the daily events, that gives a lot of tokens and credits, and obviously for multiplayer, you want to have as big of a of an advantage over other players as possible, so you can get those rankings up and get those rewards. Now, talking about the Drive Syndicate events, we know it's coming. The question is, what is going to be the car? Is it going to be an S-Class King? Is it going to be an A-Class King? Because that certainly is a possibility. I wouldn't put past GameLoft to give us like a really, really good A-Class car. A lot of people have been talking about Bugatti coming back and taking that King spot with the Devo, or the new Bolide, or the Lavature Noir. Now, those are definitely 3 good candidates. But honestly, at least off the top of my head, I can't think of any other really good candidate for the Drive Syndicate King. So honestly, I think it's going to be one of those 3, either the Devo, the Lavature Noir, or the Bolide, which was the newest car that they just announced a couple of days ago, I want to say, or something like that, which is the super duper track focused one. And I believe it's not even street legal, so that's how track focused the Bolide is. And obviously all of these are variants of the Chiron and the Chiron engine, so it just really varies with how much track focused that specific car is. Now, I'm hoping, in terms of the Lavature Noir, obviously that isn't super track focused. That is a super high-end luxury, $15 million ultra rare car. I'm hoping it's going to be the Lavator Noir because I think that just looks the best. I think that would fit Asphalt much more better than the Devo or the Bolide. So that's just my opinion on it. But yeah, those 3 cars are definitely the biggest 3 candidates in my opinion. So yeah, that's about it for this video, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Before I go, I do want to say, you know, alongside Firum's advice of getting fewer cars at higher star counts, definitely save your tokens for the Drive Syndicate. It's the best thing that you can do to get that high tiered car, I guess. So yeah, thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later.